So nation, some people see that piece of clip, that piece of footage, and instantly grab them chests, waffling with the phone. Shocked to see Madsus and police in an altercation. Mostly Gaza supporters, to be fair. But the people them shocked after seeing the footage. No say last year Madsus free up after doing 13 years. Madsus in any kind of police custody is the last thing I think Gaza supporters would want to see. Of course, some see the clip and said to themselves, this must be some kind of music video. And if that is what came to mind after seeing the clip, you are absolutely correct. But Madsus wasn't just featured in any random music video. This is, I think, the first of his Madsus Entertainment project. Not project, I should say, record label. But yeah, this is basically Madsus' first production. The song is titled Know the Style by one legend.
We know the style, we know the blood clot style. Oh, chick, know the style. Spanish town, know the style. Kingston, know the style. We know the style, we know the blood clot style.
Still the entertainment feed, the community one going here on the Tuesday Vibes Tuesdays. Here once again with the ENT news, the topics, the updates. That said, let us get to the topics. As we have mentioned, entertainers, public figures and so behind the bars. Reggae artist Jah Cure. It's possible that Jah Cure could get an additional 9.5 years behind the bars. Courtesy of the Jamaica Observer, Dutch prosecutors set to pursue a 9.5 year sentence against Jah Cure. Reggae artist Jah Cure faces the possibility of a longer prison sentence, as Dutch prosecutors have signaled their intention to pursue a prison sentence of 9.5 years on the charge of attempted murder brought against the singer. On Thursday, a representative from the Netherlands Prosecution Services revealed that the Public Prosecutor's Office, in an appeal, has demanded a 9.5 year sentence for Jah Cure, whose real name is Sikatur Alcock, for the attempted murder of Nicardo Papa Blake. In November, the Supreme Court will see the ruling, the representative stated. For several months in the Netherlands Court of Appeals, Dutch prosecutors have pressed their appeal against the acquittal of Jah Cure's attempted murder charge in the initial trial. Jah Cure lawyers also appealed the attempted manslaughter conviction. Jah Cure has been in pre-trial detention in Amsterdam while awaiting the handling of the prosecutor's appeal of his 2022 conviction. Jah Cure was given a 6-year sentence in March of 2022 for attempted manslaughter, but he was acquitted of the attempted murder charge. The trial judges had ruled that Jah Cure's actions were not a premeditated act of attempted murder, and he was acquitted of the more serious charge. Now they are pushing for the attempted murder charge, seeking to get the singer an additional 9.5 years behind the bars. Jah Cure probably style him underwear every time him step in at that courthouse, knowing that the promoter and his team are pushing for the attempted murder charge, which, as you just hear, is way more serious than the manslaughter charge. Sorry, attempted manslaughter. Here's someone that citizens I hope will be spending the rest of his life behind bars, alleged to have killed his own daughter and stuffed her body in a burnt out old fridge.
A dirty thinking boy. You believe you're dirty boy. You shouldn't back up right now. You shouldn't back up one mince. You're thinking dirty boy. You see your dad and going off and kill him. Eh? The police station let you show you what I'm doing.
Lose off of your marker. Lose off of your marker.
No nation, as mentioned before, someone said the police should have never carried in that man alive. And we all understand why based on the magnitude of the crime. But we cannot be beating the police them for doing their job the wrong way. And when them do them job the right way, we turn around and criticize them for it. We not have to make up in the mind. It's either I don't want the police them do them job the wrong way or the right way. And I think it is more safer for everyone if the police them do them job the right way. You all see what happened to Jamar Ferguson from Churchill Lane. Come on. And if that is not enough, look at this. The police said them a plant a magazine in the motor vehicle belonging to this young man.
I want to them man and my youth. I want them mad. What you know?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Waste man them are yours. Just try to like a fool a while ago. That's a good thing we record them. Yeah. Them police officer there.
No nation. You see them little thing there? This is not a beat down against police overall, you know. But I want people to do understand that yes, there are a lot of good cops out there. But you do have corrupt police. You have police that do things the wrong way. And sometimes that involves killing someone who is unarmed. So when you see the people them protest, stop with the foolishness. But where were you when this was killed? Where was the protest? Leave the people them alone to let them speak out for what they see as injustice.
The officer, we can't get in the name, please.
And which station are you attached to?
Father, I want this to live in our car. Father.
Hey, officers, can't get in the name and which station are you attached to, please?
Police them left the magazine in the youth vehicle, and I guess say them a drive go down the road, go stop the vehicle again, and to do only God knows what. But as me I say, I know every police bad, and I know every police good. And when I beat down the police them, we want the police them do them job of course, but just the right way.
So there was a viral video that shows these two vehicles being involved in a careless and dangerous driving situation in Portmore. We have these two vehicles in custody right now, and we are in the process of administering charges to the drivers, and we have noted some issues with the vehicles wherein the owners are going to be held responsible as well. But the key thing is that the manner of driving and the behavior displayed by drivers and conductors of these buses was very outrageous. In fact, we are very appalled to know that these persons who are supposed to be the guardian of the lives of persons, to include children and elderly, were behaving in the manner that they were actually doing. We have to be responsible. Since the start of 2025, we have lost over 300 persons on our roads because of road traffic crashes, and many more persons have been injured and are suffering. In fact, we have properties that have been damaged, and so our health system as well as our employment system is severely affected. But more importantly, we continue to see driving of this particular manner that are taking the lives of persons needlessly. And in some instances, the persons who are behaving and perpetrating these kinds of bad driving, they are sometimes not the ones who are suffering. Let us be far more responsible. We are intent as a police force to rid the roads of these kinds of practices, and we will do all that is possible legally to ensure that persons who behave in similar manner, that they lose their driver's license, either to suspension or revocation. We will continue to be out there on the roads, and we will continue to use the Jamaica Eye system to detect and prosecute drivers who behave in this manner. We want to thank those responsible persons in the public who see these poor and dangerous behaviors to continue to send the videos and the photographs to indicate to us what is happening. We will continue to do our best to try and ensure that our roadways are safe.
Yeah man, some of them too damn unruly. And even as a school youth going to school, and trust me, when I was younger back in them time I was all about the fuckery. But even being that kind of youth, me always I wonder why them a dilly-dally the bus in the road and a going like them none sense. Sometimes it feel like all a two-wheel bus depend. And up to right now, I don't think someone can tell me say no, the bus never depend two-wheel. But I don't know what do some of them drive here. If I know one thing and the other, for example, look at this.
Watch until the end.
Get a man from here, start the order. Life is short. Start the order.
Too much. In the name of Jesus, too much. I want to know, sir. When are we sitting in the bedroom? Ciao. Mighty God. Some decency, man. Let Jesus.
Of course, what he's doing is not a crime, you know. But you can't just get up and behave like everybody big and dirty, so. It's not a party, it's not an event. It's not even say there, then playing music and who here want hear you don't care. You drive a bus. Public transportation. Hood dung in a throat, dung in a ears, and them kind of something there in the people in ears. Too dirty, man. But I guess that's soft compared to what is next. So a few days ago, this TikToker was featured on Jay Free's podcast. Most people supposed to see the clip by now because what the man said is so disturbing. Controversial, you know, but I'm saying it is so disturbing. And you know when content so controversial and disturbing, it's gonna be reshared and sent all over. But, hear this TikToker.
Bro, I'm gonna give a jam.
One time in a 7th grade charge. I'm in a 7th grade. And I come from school, like, my mother get some blood clot fuck. My mother. I get some hard fuck Jeffrey. You know what me do as a booby Nile? Yeah. I gotta do a go peep. And take out my cocky and I back my fist, sir. And I say, when am my time? When am my time? I don't make a fuck. Jeffrey laugh. The man in there run me mother like you run like KFC for a Friday. Load. See? As a booby Nile, still say,
nasty. You're supposed to be traumatized by that. But somehow you get kicks off of that. You see a man a thump in your mother belly. And that make you catch a vibe? You're too nasty, man. Khago have a different kind of pre though. Here's what dancehall artist Khago had to say.
Let me tell you something. I know all around. Khago. You see, man. We peep through the window and see man around me, mother. And then mother in Annie offer. In Libudi mother and see mother naked or partly naked every day. In good go beach the mother and see mother in a bad suit. I never seen walk going in the water and a back in fist. And when you see big long penis, I pull up all time mama punani. That turn him on. I say, oh, some other hood there. You see all that we don't just now get it right. It come like you don't see. The excitement in the roaster eye. A roaster say me, oh, some of that cocky there. That cocky there too long for mommy alone. Yes. I say, boy asleep with the mother, boy sleep in a room. And you all different type of sit there, galang, mommy asleep, mommy foot gone is her. Boy see mama naked long time. And never so yet excited. And until you see anaconda, I come out of mommy home. Hey, that licky dog chip.
Nation, you know, said that make total sense. I completely agree with Khago. 100% agree with Khago. It makes sense. More than likely you see a mother without clothes already. Maybe from she, you know the difference between male and female body parts. So me agree with Khago. And the man who turn you on, you're too nasty. But under that alone with dancehall artist Khago, when it comes to the debate on the dancehall artist of the year between Vybz Kartel and the Massacre, here's what Khago had to say.
I feel DJ for 2025. 25. What get DJ for here in a year?
2025. I can't tell them I give still.
Oh, so you're not give?
I give me 2 months because I miss you around up the show them so far.
So that I criteria?
Yeah, man, that I criteria now.
Alright, my DJ for here, Massacre. So since I change the criteria, how when Beanie Man did a ram up his stage show them, I never get no hit song. When a cartel around the place and I get all I hit song them, I never Beanie Man still I get DJ for here. You change the criteria, you know, sir. So a cartel call him a ram show them then?
Yeah, man, a cartel a ram show them.
Oh, so I saw DJ for here go.
Yeah, I think I knew hero.
I knew it. I'm a sick still.
Should we also have an award for Swiss Lee who are ram up some show to from there? Jaja, Swiss Lee's birthday party the other night was a good look. Nation, and the last thing we're going to look at in this report, Dr. Christopher Tufton hoping to end the stigma with Bellevue name change.
I must tell you, and this is a personal view, I am of the view that the Bellevue name it is in and of itself a stigma, a stigmatized name. And part of the redevelopment of Bellevue that we are now going through, and we are going through a redevelopment, there is a TOR that's out for a redesign for the construction of a 100-bed facility that will address the chronic cases. Bellevue is on 50 acres of land, and we intend to segment that land for a mental health, mental wellness institution for chronic cases, and to use the rest of the lands for some other health-related purposes, which we will comment on in the future. And part of that is going to, we have been exploring, how do we position Bellevue in the minds of the populace, not as an institution that would result in those who go and get treatment being outcast, but as an institution that is more positive, that generates more positive perception, that if you get help, then you are better off, not worse off by virtue of how people treat you. And I think the name does connote a particular perception, which is negative, and changing the name is a consideration that I, as minister, would certainly recommend. But it's a team effort, so I will discuss it with the team, and I have actually discussed it with the team as part of the way forward.
A lot of people have said the name is not the problem, although I think the name carry a problem to some extent. The name don't get dirty up a type of way and probably needs to change. But I do agree with most of the people who are saying that the mindset of the people need to change, not necessarily the name. Still the entertainment feed community. That right for now. You see what time a clock, you see what time a knock. We are hurrying to get the fuck out of here. And as usual, my people.